Hi, it's a long time ago since I made my latest video. I'm gonna talk about this probably in more detail in another video, but today I want to talk about about Blue Period. So yeah, this is a manga I read. This is the first volume, and it's pretty good. So the main character, he doesn't cares about what the future brings, or like he just thinks, okay, I'm gonna have a casual life, like I'm gonna study somewhere and then find a job, and that's it basically. And so he chills a lot around with his friends, and he drinks and watch football and everything. Yeah, basic stuff. And he comes oh gosh, I think he's I don't remember. Oh my gosh, this review will be weird because I read this manga like 2 months ago, and then I'd never finished it, and now I finished it. So I think he sees a blue painting, or he wants to he paints a blue painting. I don't remember it at the moment anymore. But the thing is that he realizes, I want to draw. I want to paint. That's fun. I want to do that. It's not easy like that. Like, he also... by the way, this video will include spoilers, so if you want to read it on your own, then please do. If you don't want to get spoiled, this is a review. It's not really a review. It's more like a talk about this manga. I know I'm really chaotic. I still have to figure out how to do this, but yeah, I hope I will manage to do this somehow. So, well, basically he starts to get an interest in art, but he can't really paint. He can't really draw, and the problem is that his family, obviously they don't want to finance him because they think art is not a real job. And already this is really interesting because it is really realistic. Like, I think this is something that a lot of people can relate to when they pursue art or something else that is kind of not typically economic. And this is so interesting about it because you really can sympathize with the main character. I think his name is Yato, but I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong. Wait a second. Maybe he... Yatora. So it is really interesting. So he starts to go into an art club, and there's this really cool teacher. She's a really interesting character because she is kind of mysterious in a way, but she's also, I think she really knows how to give she can see the right potential in every person, and she critiques them on the level they need it, So she's when Yatu, like, they get a kind of an assignment, and Yatu does this, like, he draws 30 pictures, they also have to do photos or something. And she gives him a really nice critique, and he kind of feels bad about it because he's like, she was not she was way too nice to me, because my drawings weren't that good. But I personally think she just wants to support him, like, to give him the feeling that he can pursue art if he really wants to, and she sees the work behind that. She knows that he's just starting out, and she takes this an account, and that's really, really cool. And yeah, so also what is really cool about this manga is that it really it explains how art works, like how to paint, like it really dives into the basics. And there's a lot of stuff I actually don't know. And that's so cool because I really need that, because I did not study art. I am totally self-taught. I maybe want to change that, but at the moment it is like this. So yeah, it's really interesting, and it gives me kind of, me personally as an artist, it gives me hope that I can do this, because it is so late that he starts off, you know, and he doesn't give up, and this is what counts the most. And he also meets this kind of character that is known to be a genius, and he compares himself obviously to him. And the interesting thing about him is that this main character, dude, doesn't has the right techniques at the moment. Like he has he understands the basics, but he's just not really advanced. But he has his own style, and he doesn't really has this. He's really, really good, but his pictures don't stand out. And that's also what this book is trying to tell you, that you should pursue to express your own feelings, your own emotions, that you really can see the artist coming through the picture. And that's so cool, because this is literally what happens in the whole book, because the characters, I mean, the drawing style is really interesting. Look at this, like it even has something artistic to it. I mean, manga is a lot of times art, but it just, I don't know, you really can feel like that this person kind of knows about the arts, you know? So that's really cool. Yeah, and maybe I will do another review of the next volume if you're interested. Yeah, there's nothing more to say about this. So, yeah, I mean, one other thing is that it is really honest when it comes to how hard the art industry is. You know, it tells you, like, in one eye of one person you could be a genius, but in the other, on a totally another situation, you could be like one of the worst artists there, you know, because there's so many good artists out there. And this is what this story also is trying to tell you. So you have to work, to work, to work, to work. You have to work. Yeah, that was weird what I just said, but you know, like, yeah. So it's really motivating to read that. So yeah, that was everything, and I'm planning to do videos with a higher quality, and I hope I can do this soon, because I get a new laptop. Because now I have enough money for that, and not a laptop but a real PC. So I hope then that I can film with my camera again and cut the videos on the PC, and yeah, I hope for the best. So let's do this. Goodbye.